Welcome to One Way TV this week. We hope that you've had a great week. We're sure that we've got something that will interest you again on our show this week, so make sure that you take time and of course send a link to other people and let them know that they can tune in. So send them a link, onewaytv.org. On our website we do have a link to the YouTube channel, so if you want to catch up on previous episodes, we're now over 30 episodes and still counting, so there's plenty to watch there. onewaytv.org, 7 p.m. Friday, 9 a.m. Sunday. And have a great week. See ya.
Hello, and welcome to part 4 of Blessings in Bendigo. Dr. Backhouse began the first Catholic school in 1854. Hugh Victor Mackay designed the Sunshine Harvester in that year as well. William Carl Valand, born in Nienberg, Hanover, in 1828, migrated to Australia in 1854 as well. In search of gold, he settled in Bendigo and practiced as an architect with his friend Getchman. He designed many public and private buildings in Bendigo. George Lancel arrived in Bendigo. He walked there all the way from Adelaide. When he arrived, George and his brother set up a soap and candle works at View Place. He was known as the Quartz King. The First Baptist Church opened at White Hills in 1854, where a small church had been erected. It was used for a year, then removed to the Bendigo Creek. The former site was wanted by the diggers for mining. It was the first hill of the 7 White Hills. The first services of the Presbyterian Church were conducted by Reverend Dr. J. Nish at the blacksmith's shop in Bridge Street, Bendigo. The Hebrew congregation held its first service in a wooden building, and Richard Labbett surveyed street plans that year also. 1854 was also when Bendigo opened its first county court. Dr. James Lamsey, Chinese doctor, became one of the most influential people in Victoria. An article in the Bendigo Advertiser stated that the churches in Adelaide were collecting for the oppressed in Palestine. Many of the miners came from Adelaide, so are thought to have contributed to the appeal. Progress in agriculture in North Victoria was due in no small measure to the Bendigo diggers. 1854 was also when Bendigo had its first official land sales, and when the Bendigo Bank was sold to the Bank of Victoria. Also, the Colaban Water Supply Select Committee was formed. Angus Mackay, a proprietor and former editor of the Bendigo Advertiser, was the Minister of Mines, which kept the scheme alive. Okay, well, that's the end of part 4. Join us next week for part 5 of Blessings in Bendigo. Thank you. Bye.
Imagine cold, hard stone, then a dark, damp and musty area. Put these together in a confined space with no lights and no fresh air, no toilet and no running water. No visitors, no friends. The only comfort is moaning from somebody nearby who is in the same situation, and the clink of chains as you stretch your hands and feet to give them a little respite. Surely, in this circumstance, it would be justified if you upped your complaining. Yet Paul, the man who found himself in this situation a couple of thousand years ago, had nothing but thanksgiving and praise coming from his mouth. Perhaps it's us who's been through a hard time. Maybe it's our friends and family. Maybe we're struggling or know others who are. Maybe we've had more than our fair share of trouble and hardship in our lives. Or perhaps today was yet another day when everything went wrong. These are the times that can break us and push us over the edge, where our joy can be stolen and the weight of everything gets us down. Paul's story is a reminder that we should be giving thanks and having an attitude of gratefulness and gratitude through all of our circumstances. We have much to be thankful for. So when should we give thanks? We should give thanks for the big things. When big events happen in our life, such as a new house, new car, when a miracle happens, when a new baby's born, anything that's a big thing in our life. We should give thanks in times of uncertainty. So at Christmas time, we stop to remember the birth of Christ. But the beginning of the Christmas story was Mary being visited by an angel saying she was pregnant. This event could have ruined Mary's life. She was an unwed woman, a virgin, who was now with child, which was enough to get somebody stoned in those days. Mary, though, chose to give thanks to God, lifting her heart and voice to Him. Give thanks when there's uncertainty in your life. During times of sorrow, grief, or sadness is another great time to give God thanks. Instead of focusing on the negative or the loss and the sad things going on, we can lift our eyes and our focus to something far greater. It's good to remember to be thankful for others. In many of Paul's letters, he starts off by giving thanks to others for the faith, their giving, their faithfulness. Take a moment to think of the people in your life who made a difference and thank them. Maybe even consider sending them a message or writing a note to say thanks for the difference they've made in your life. You might be ill. You might be caring for an elderly parent. You might have ongoing health problems. Whatever it is, there's still something that you can be thankful for, so we can still thank God when things are not going so well. Maybe it's the opposite. Everything is going well. The sun's shining, life is rosy. Now's also the perfect time to give thanks and find different things to be thankful for. And of course, when we don't feel like it. There's times when we feel sad, bored, tired, or helpless, or even when the times are rosy. These are the times that it's hardest to give thanks, but when we can get great benefit. In all of the above times in our lives, we can be thankful for many things. So how can we be thankful? It's easy to say, just be thankful. But that can seem like such a hard task, especially if we don't feel like it, or we don't know where to start, or we don't even know how to do it. So here's a few ways that you can practice being thankful. By writing a list. Start with the smaller things, so a place to sleep, electricity, clean running water, a nice country to live in, fresh air, the fact you're still breathing, your hearing and sight, the clothes on your back, your employment if you have a job, our social security and health system. The list is endless. You could put the list on a piece of paper, or if you're a bit more tech savvy and like your phone, open up the memo app on your phone and start typing in there. We can practice being thankful by giving to others, so our time, our talent, or our money, or other things. We can practice being thankful by serving, so serving God, volunteering in our community activities, or just by helping others. By speaking it out aloud, so praising God and giving thanks to Him, or just thanking another person, reeling off the list to another person and being thankful for that, or just doing it to yourself. Say thank you to the person who serves you at the shop, or to someone who helps you in some ways, to your parents, your friends, your kids. Say thank you for the material things as well as the unseen things. Take time to appreciate the small things. Be a good steward with the things you've been given. Look after your house, your car, your family, etc. Doing a good job at work also shows that you're a great servant and you're grateful for the job that you've got. Take some time to spend with God by reading His Word and talking to Him. Or if you're out with other people, be the one to start the group off on the right foot. So be the first person to speak and speak words of gratitude. That way you can set the tone for the rest of the meeting. Being thankful helps us relieve stress, sleep better, improve productivity, change our attitude, and much more. Being thankful can bring you peace and joy and a new outlook on your circumstances. There's so many things to be thankful for and so many ways to be thankful. Above all though, if you know Jesus, be thankful to Him for His salvation and gift of eternal life, and that He continually works in you. His mighty power and presence will never leave you, and the great news is you're on the winning side if you know Him. And if you don't, that's okay, you can know Him too. Just ask Jesus into your heart or send us a message via the Contact Us form and we'll give you more information about how you can do that. Have a great day and continue to be thankful. Bye.
Who am I that the highest King would welcome me? I was lost but He brought me in. Oh, His love for me. Oh, His love for me. Whom the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am free at last. Free at last, He has ransomed me. His grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, He died for me. Whom the Son sets free, sing it out, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. I'm chosen. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. Sing it out. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. Oh, I am who you say I am. Whom the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, in my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, come on, let's sing. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. I love you, Jesus. I worship you right here, right now.
I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. am who you say
Lift your voices, come on, we sing. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am. Oh, I am who you say I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am who you say I am. Whom the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Thank you, Lord.
Thanks for joining us this week at One Way TV. We hope that you've had a great time. We've got another great lineup coming next week, so of course don't forget to set your alarm for 7 p.m. Friday or 9 a.m. Sunday. You can join us live by following the links onewaytv.org, and of course if you have anything to contribute, just drop us an email or via the Contact Us form, or just get in touch. So have a great week and see you next time. Bye!